Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to another episode of the South Carolina Gamecocks Dynasty here on EA Sports College Football 25 as today we head to arguably the toughest place to play. It's Texas A&M and Kyle Field as we'll face the number 5 ranked Aggies who are 5-1, 2-1 in the conference. Your Gamecocks come in 3-3 and 1-2 in the SEC. And this is going to be a tough matchup to say the least. Underneath the lights, you know it's going to be a rocking crowd. But let's get into it. If you're excited for this one, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more Dynasty Mode content. As it will be the Aggies starting off with the football, as Owens will bring it out and get tackled out at the 16. And we'll see redshirt junior Connor Weigman take the field. These teams met last year. It was the Aggies who won 31-19 in Columbia. And now it has been heading over to College Station. Aggies come out in the I formation to begin. It's a handoff left side, and this is going to be a big run for Lavian Moss, the senior halfback, who gets 26 on his first carry. Aggies will go hurry up off the big play with a nice throw to right side, right over the head of Barry Mayo. Coming out hot are the Aggies offense. Weigman wants the deep shot now, and this one's going to be incomplete, almost picked off by Nick Eamon-Wari. It's now a big 3rd and 2. This one's a handoff, a juke move. Now behind the line to gain. This not going to be a first down. Try to do a little too much maybe. Instead, it'll be a punt for Texas A&M on their first drive. And we'll take a look at South Carolina's offense. Their first drive of the game starts off at their own 18. It's a handoff for Braylon McReynolds, who gets outside in the South Alabama transfer. Has a gain of 14. He had 19 for 86 in a score in last week's game. As the next play is going to be a backwards run of 4. So Anaya White gets in the backfield. 2nd and 14. Sellers trying to keep it. This time not going to have anywhere to go. The safety Bryce Anderson makes the big stop. And now it's 3rd and 19 for the Gamecocks. Sellers takes the snap. He's going to throw it deep for Harbor. And this one's knocked away. Didn't get enough air underneath it. So that'll lead to a punt here for Montez. And this is an awful punt. My goodness, this thing went nowhere. I don't know what that was, but Texas A&M, they get good field position, starting off in plus territory. Now they're on 1st and 10 from the 34, they go backwards. Now 3rd and 20 after a hold. Weigman looks up the seam, and that one's batted away, so the defense does a good job getting right back off the field. Second drive here for the Gamecocks, starting off their own 10. Here's Sellers, who tries to get outside. He picks up 2. 2nd and 8 now. 2 tight ends in the formation. It's a handoff. McReynolds has nowhere to go. Knocked down by DJ Hicks and company. And now it's a 3rd and 12. Sellers looks to run with it. Has some space. Dumps it off for McReynolds, who only gains 1. Probably should have ran it himself there. Could have picked up a first. Instead, it'll be another punt for Montez. And this one's not much better. Another short punt. Texas A&M starts at the 33. I don't know what's going on with the punt team today, as they have not been good. But the defense has been pretty solid so far. Nice loss of 2 there after the tackle from Kilgore. Now a 3rd and 1 coming out in the I. Aggies, though, go play fake. Weigman downfield. He's got a man, and it's going to be a touchdown. Donovan Green, the tight end, with the score. A great call to go play action there. The Aggies catch the Gamecocks sleeping, and they get the first score of the game. 7-0 now. Another drive here for the Gamecocks to set up a screen for Harbor, and that blazing speed is going to rip off 21 after the catch. So just like that, the Gamecocks into Aggie territory. Out to the 40, handoff McReynolds left side. He's going to be tackled down, picks up 6. Pretty good start for him. Simon McAllister will check in on 2nd and 4, and the redshirt sophomore is going to pick up the first down. He's done a good job at spelling McReynolds this season. Out to the 26, Sellers to throw, looks right side. This one's knocked away, looking for Brown. Back to the ground, 2nd and 10, picks up 2, and now a big 3rd and 8. The cloud rocking here at Kyle Field. Sellers immediately chased, dumps it off for Elskins, who's going to get hit shy. The Gamecocks will kick 3. That'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. 7-3 now in favor of the Aggies. It's been a pretty solid game so far. Both ground attacks have looked pretty good, and the Aggies have been able to take an early lead. They start the second quarter 2nd and 16 at their own 23, and it's going to go backwards even more. Nice tackle by Thomas Jr. brings down Moss for a loss of 2. Now you got 3rd and 18, 5-man rush. Weigman looks across the middle, has his man, but he's going to be tackled a yard shy. Noah Thomas almost gets the first down. Instead, another punt forced by the Gamecocks as they get the football back. But this one's going to start off by going backwards. There's a holding play on the offense, specifically center Ryan Brubaker. So now you got 1st and 18. Play fake. Sellers looks downfield, and this one gets intercepted. Playing center field, Bryce Anderson with the pick. There's a flag down. It's going to be another hold against the Gamecocks left tackle Cam Pringle, but it's not going to matter. The Aggies declined the penalty. They forced the turnover. They have now good field position again. They've had 3 of their drives start off in plus territory today. It's on 1st and 10, wanting it all. Wiegman tries to hit Allen, incomplete. 2nd and 10, now back to the ground. Le'Veon Moss, who has 6 touchdowns this season, he gains 4. Now it's 3rd and 6. Trusting Wiegman in the pocket, stays in there, and he gets hit as he throws. That one incomplete. So the Aggies only get 3. Gamecocks keep it a 7-point deficit. As here's a screen, but again, another hold against the offense. 3 holds already in the first half of this one. It's going to be 2nd for Ryan Brubaker. So now it's 1st and 20. Back behind the chain, Sellers being pressured, gets away. He's going to run it himself, and he's going to take a big hit, but he picks up 12. And now 3rd and 8. Aggies bring plenty of pressure across the middle, tries to find Brown, but it's incomplete, can't connect. That'll be another punt. This one better, as the Aggies will begin this drive their own 24, and that'll be incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. Wiegman to throw again, wants right side's got a man who gets behind the defense. A bad coverage on man and poor route by Kilgore. It's going to be a 66-yard touchdown for Vega. And Texas A&M will extend their lead with a huge throw and catch. It's now 17-3. The Gamecocks need to get a drive going, and they have this one into Aggie territory. There's a nice connection. First grab of the day for Tyshawn Russell, who leads the team with 7 touchdowns. 2nd inches, McReynolds, he's not going to get it. Hit behind by White. Now a big 3rd and inches. They trust McReynolds again, and he's going to get it this time. Just barely gets the first down. Now only averaging 4.2 per carry. New set of downs. Sellers will go to the air. Looks right side, and this one's going to be caught. Nice catch by Russell. Moves the chains. Now the 24, quick pass. Here's Jared Brown, who gets by the defender, who went for the swat, and he's going to be able to find the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. That's an answer that you need. Jared Brown, the senior wideout, gets the score. 17-10 now. Aggies have reached the 2-minute warning as they have good field position. Once again driving. At the 28 of South Carolina, Wiegman throws it short. This one's caught by Green. He has 8. Aggies in no hurry to run more snaps, trying to drain out some clock here. 2nd and 2. Another dump off for Green, and this time a first down. Again, drain the clock. We're now inside 40 seconds. And no timeouts called by the Gamecocks. Now at 30 seconds, go a little bit faster. A nice throw, and this one's going to be a score. Noah Thomas with his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Aggies get the 7 right back. And that'll take us to the end of the first half, where Texas A&M leads 24-10. We'll see if the Gamecocks can get back in a packed house here at Kyle Field. Donovan Green been very good so far for the Aggies. The pass game is starting to click. We'll see if the Gamecocks have any answer in the second half. Despite being down by 14, it is the Gamecocks who do start off with the football, and they'll start by going backwards, trying to get Iomanor involved. Instead, they run into Nick Scourton, who's had a good impact on this game. So now 2nd and 14, Sellers rolls outside the pocket, fires, has Iomanor this time, though, and is for a first down. So he gets his first 2 catches of the game, moves the chains. Out to the 35. Texas A&M bluffs out of pressure. There's a flag down, and there's a nice throw to Russell. This unfortunately looks like it will not count. The offensive line for the Gamecocks had a tough time today keeping their hands off of the jerseys, as that's the 2nd hold against Cam Pringle today. So backs him up 10 yards, now 1st and 20. Sellers looks short. Brown drops it, eyes upfield before making the grab. A bad drop there, makes it 2nd and 20. Sellers again outside the pocket, finds Harbor for 9 of those. Now you got a 3rd and long. Can't really afford to punt here as they look right side, and it's airmail, so Gamecocks get nothing. Give the ball back to A&M, who now have a 14-point lead, looking to build here in the second half, as Wiegman's up over 200 yards. After a gain of 5, here's Moss on the ground. He pinballs for a first down. Next play, back to the air, short for the tight end, and this one's going to be a pickup of 6. Just efficient passing here for A&M. Wiegman really impressing scout so far today and this season. There's a nice tackle, though, by Cam Robinson. Makes it now 3rd and 5. Weigman across the middle. Nice second-level throw. Finds Cyrus Allen for a first down. Gamecocks have just had a hard time this year getting off the field on 3rd downs, and it's continued today. 1st and 10. That one's off the head of a lineman. Incomplete. So now 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff. This is Ruben Owens getting a carry. A&M has 2 good backfield running backs in Moss and Owens. They've done a very good job of spelling each other today. But there's a completion for the tight end, Donovan Green, who's also had a big day. Now back inside the red zone, the Aggies with a 9-yard completion. 2nd and 1 now from the 10. Counter, give. Here's Moss left side, breaks a tackle, and he drives it to the 2. Goal to go here for the Aggies. They're going to come out goal line set. Big boys versus big boys. Toss outside, though, and it's not going to work. Morgan outside makes the tackle. Excuse me, that was Thomas with the TFL. Now from the 6, they'll try it again. A 3-man rush. Weigman floats to the left side, and this one's going to be complete for a touchdown. Aggies come out and they get 6 more. It's Donovan Green for the 2nd time today with 6. Texas A&M now leads 21-point lead as the Gamecocks need something, and this will help. An absolute bomb to Harbor on the first play from the drive. 75 yards to Nick Harbor, who burns the defense. Well, that was much needed. We're back to a 14-point game, 31-17. But again, Texas A&M is driving. A good crease to the left side for Owens. Picks up a first down. They're already out to the 35. Next play, South Carolina stacks the box. It's a play fake. Weigman dumps it short. This one's a loss of 5. Now 3rd and 8 from empty. You need to get a stop on this 3rd down, and the Gamecocks cannot at the marker. First down for Owens. Got to convert on scenarios like that. From the 23, quick pass right side, complete, gain of 1. 2nd and 9, back to the ground. Here is a big run for Moss. He's goal to go again for the Aggies. 14 carries, 88 yards for Moss. He only had 3 carries last week. A very much better performance for him. From the 5, he gets the handoff here, and he's going to fall into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. They get the touchdown right back, 38-17 as we go into the final quarter. This one's kind of been a showcase for Texas A&M as the Gamecocks kind of a do-or-die situation. You can take a look at the rankings. They are the 5th best team in the nation. It's just been a tough sledding. 2nd inches coming into the 4th quarter. Sellers to the air, rolls to his left, going to escape the pocket, tucks it himself. He's going to pick up a first down, actually a lot more down the sideline. Nice pickup of 18. Sellers had 6 carries today for 32 yards. Next play goes back to the air. Lets the deep ball for Ayomanor, and it's knocked away. Good defense out on that boundary. 2nd and 10. Sellers again back to the air, but this time he's going to go down. Loss of 12 on the sack. Now 3rd and 22. Sellers keeps it himself outside the pocket as everybody's going deep, and he's going to get 14. But on 4th and 8, the Gamecocks are going to go for it. This feels like game. As Sellers back to throw, just going to run it himself again, and he's not going to get there. Inches shy as a turnover on downs. Aggies take control up by 21. This feels like kind of the end. It's from 41 yards out, and, well, there's some bad tackling. Robinson misses Moss twice, and that's a 41-yard scamper. Just drive the dagger even deeper into the heart of the Chickens. As it's now 45-17. However, South Carolina would drive down the field as we move a little quicker and find Nick Elskins for a touchdown, so that'll make the score a little bit better. And then after a punt from the Aggies, 4th and 13 now here for the Gamecocks. Sellers, deep ball for Harbor, who burns the defense again. And, well, it's a 14-point deficit. Not a lot of time left. South Carolina might as well try the onside kick. You never know what can happen. Got to get this one, though, and they do not. So the Aggies will recover it, and that'll bring any sort of end to any sort of hope for the Gamecocks in this one, as Texas A&M will win by a final score of 45-31. It looks a little closer on the box score, but this game, make no mistake about it, was all Aggies. They are now 12-1 in this so-called rivalry. I don't even think you can call it that with how much dominance it's been for Texas A&M. Weigman threw 4 touchdown passes, 315 yards. He looks like a first-round quarterback if you would like to go pro after this season, but maybe not before leading the Aggies to a national championship. Just tough sledding against Texas A&M. I actually switched the slider set in this one to Matt 10s. Just wanted to give it a shot. Obviously facing the 5th best team in the country, it was going to be a hard game. So didn't really expect much less from the Gamecocks. I do like that they put up 31 points, but I don't like that they gave up 45. But, I mean, that's a top 5 team. We get some good news, though. 4-star receiver Vernon Ryder has committed out of Seffner, Florida from Armwood High School, as he is a speed demon out on the outside. He can catch the football. I'm excited for this one. Just gets our receiving core even deeper, as we'll be losing Jared Brown in the offseason. But we get a couple of guys we're going after, and we get a 4-star here. 6'2", 204 deep threat who's got 95 speed on the outside. I'm excited to see what he can do in this offense. Now, that wasn't the only recruiting news we get. We get some bad news. With this loss, we dropped our championship contender ranking. So we're first over Melvin Silver, but now we're locked out because of this deal breaker. We also lose out on right tackle Marshall Morrow, who goes to Charlotte. So that was kind of a big loss. He was a gem. So not the best of weeks for us. We get some news around the country. Baylor upsets number 4 Kansas State. Wow. Wildcats go down. Big game this week. Texas A&M now up to 4 thanks to that loss to face number 10 Florida. Florida State goes on the road and beats our rivals Clemson by a touchdown. So it's good to see the Tigers lose. And then the game of the week this week is going to be Virginia Tech and NC State. We'll take a look at the rest of the scores around Week 8. Sam Houston gets a win over Middle Tennessee. The Roadrunners destroy the East Carolina Pirates in the AAC. And then North Texas does the same to Temple. Oregon State welcomes Virginia across the country, and they beat them by 5. Michigan State in a close battle for the Jug. They beat Indiana by 2. UAB seems still like the best group of 5 in the rankings. They knock off Tulsa. Nevada smokes Air Force on the road. Auburn drops to Georgia, who's back up to number 3 this week. Clemson, we saw them lose to Florida State. Seminoles now in the driver's seat for the ACC. Tulane gets a win over winless South Florida. Ohio State with a scare against UConn. The guys have looked kind of vulnerable this season. Houston can't follow up their upset last week as they lose to West Virginia. Ball State in some action beats Miami, Ohio. Our state brethren in the Coastal Carolina pick up a victory. Tennessee on the road beats Bama. Crimson Tide now 3-3. App State with a victory over Marshall. Cal gets a big win over North Carolina, moves them up to 18. Virginia Tech with the win over Wake Forest knocks the Demon Deacons out of the rankings. They're a preseason top 10. Hokies, they seem legit so far.